Her skin was cool, dry and loose against my lips. Thrash was slouched over in the wooden chair on the opposite side of the bed, near the door, and out of the corner of my eye, I caught that smirk of his. But I didn't mind giving her what she wanted, and I didn't give a damn who saw. "There, that's better," she cooed, her knobby hands trembling as she held up a compact and drew a thin arch over her left brow. She seemed so pleased with the result that I didn't have the heart to tell her the pink over her left eye didn't match the purple over her right. "So?" She turned her eyes back to me. "How are you getting along?" "I'm getting along as best I can," I said, and swallowed hard at the truth of it. "I mean, how's your summer?" "It's had its moments," I shrugged, "but it'll all be over soon." "That's life, Genie," she sighed. "What did you expect?" "It's huge." "What?" "Okay, all right, have it your way. Huge," she said, as she placed her bag on the floor beside her. She went quiet, peering over her shoulder toward the window, and then down at her white orthopedic sneakers. Not a good start. She was either drifting or upset. I took a seat on the bed and made myself comfortable, because I knew it could take a while for her to snap too. "Do you want a sweet?" she asked. Shit, that was quicker than usual, and I should have yelled no or made a break for the door, but it was too late. She'd already reached into the plastic dish on the nightstand and pulled out this shiny green nugget. "Here, it's lime." She wrapped my fingers around it and motioned for me to eat it. I froze. My lips tightened and my stomach whined. But she was nodding and smiling, and there was nothing I could do. I took a deep breath and popped it into my mouth. It tasted like sweat from the crack of a dock worker's ass. Not that I'd ever sampled any, but I felt like spewing and then gargling with bleach all the same. She was watching me, though, so I had no choice but to choke the damn thing back. "Good, isn't it?" I didn't say anything, but that didn't keep Thrash from smiling. "Now don't tell your mother that I gave you candy." She winked. "It'll be our secret." It was sad, really, because if she thought this was candy, then she was much further gone than everybody said. She talked about my mother and her new boyfriend, Craig, how it was good for Mom to have a man around the house, and good for my sister Niecy and me, too, but how it meant that Mom had less time for her. I didn't have any problem with Craig, because he wasn't around as often as she thought, and he never gave me trouble when he was. The dig about Mom not stopping by as often wasn't true, but I didn't argue the point. Then it was the usual stuff, about the activities they'd done last week, a day trip to the horse races at Monmouth Park, and what was scheduled for next week, a day trip down to the casinos in Atlantic City. And she said, "With all the gambling they expose us to, you'd think we were swimming in cash. But Margaret, in 16, can barely afford her medication, and she's not the only one. Now tell me, where's the sense in that?" I told her there wasn't any, but that they had to do something. "You may be right, Genie," she sighed, flattening her dress across her lap so the flowers weren't wrinkled. "But sometimes it seems that old age brings nothing but one petty insult after another." Great. 2 gripes and then right into the old age shtick. That could only mean one thing. She was upset about something, and I'd have to hear it. "To watch the sun go down with a little bit of dignity," she went on, "is that too much to ask?" I knew better than to answer that. "Speaking of which," she said, her cloudy brown eyes flaring with annoyance, "did you see what they did to our sign?" "No," I said, because I hadn't. I'd taken the back way instead of the front. "What'd they do?" "They vandalized it," she hissed, glaring and shaking her head. Maybe that's why she was so cranky. Vandalized it? Who? How? "There, over there." She pointed with her left hand as she turned her wheelchair to face the window with her right. "See for yourself." I followed the direction of her finger, over the air vents along the windowsill, through the parted green curtains, across the parking lot pavement shimmering from the heat, to an island of